slightly scared. This game story is supposed to be set in 1930s, right? Think something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, let's not go there, right? No idea, I've never been to them. Okay, fair. I was just wondering. I have never been on any jazz club, sadly. Would love to go one day, maybe, even though jazz isn't really my thing. Mother's birthday was yesterday. She harassed me all night. Her insect-like voice and insults drove me crazy. Then, as I was sleeping, the beating, the scratching. Where were you, Luna? You have been gone for nights. I jumped out of bed, took the car, in town. I saw that lonely girl stumbling on the sidewalk. Her hair was black, a color I abhor. I opened the car door. She was drunk and chilled to the bone, and got in. The knife was beneath my seat, so I didn't have the strength to do it. So I brought her back here. As I write this, she is tied in Mother's favorite seat. Fear has made her dirty it already. I don't know where to start. After putting on my mask and a suitable outfit, I started cutting her forearms and thighs. Blood flowed. I felt nauseous and walked out to puke. It wasn't enough. Luna didn't react. Meanwhile, Mother and the Chur of Shadows kept mocking at my defeat. Wicked child, shame to your blood. Bullshit. I will show you. Okay, so I did say that it's him, and turns out it is him. You know, you can still find jazz clubs in most major cities there, especially in New Orleans. Ooh, okay. Isn't New Orleans also the place where it's like the Pizza City or something like that? The toilets were out of commission, but the owner didn't seem to mind. Letter from Dr. Rosenthal. Dear Margaret, I cannot come every day to treat your husband's seizures. As I told you, they are unavoidable at this stage of the disease, and they will get worse. I fully understand your worries, considering the responsibilities of your husband in the Vesper business, which is why I urge you to get ready for the worst. Henry refuses to be sent to hospital. Enjoying his family and his home is part of his last will. Let me clear all doubts once and for all. Syphilis is not a hereditary condition passed on through genes, but from a mother to child through the placental barrier. In other words, it doesn't cross generations. Syphilis killed your father, but you are healthy and sound. Your son is healthy and sound as well. This idea of inherited congenital dementia is an obsession, an intellectual construct, nothing more. You are obviously exhausted, you should take some rest. Dr. Rosenthal. What was that? You're not sure you understood that you said before city. Oh, the... What was it called? Map of the second floor. One problem settled. What the hell it's called? The New Orleans? Wasn't it the place where was the, like a witches city and vampires and such things like that? I could definitely be wrong, and I probably am wrong about it, but I do remember a lot of like a vampire horror story series kind of like belonging to close to that area. Some Anda's food someone ate here recently. Yeah, it has history of a voodoo as well. Ooh, okay. So definitely one of the places where I want to visit one day. Okay, not gonna lie, that was creepy as fuck. William, my son, that you would see me leaving as I am now is breaking my heart. I admire your courage, and I don't know how to thank you for seeing me as your father all the way to the end, and not as a sick man or a madman. I'm tired, my fingers are shaking, and yet there are so many things I'd still like to tell you. Death is a terrible thing, William. It makes us weak, cowardly. It takes everything from us. But seeing you growing up was a constant joy for me. Thanks to you, I'm more than a man. I am a father. I hope I have taught you enough. Do not trust your mother. Listen to her. Be obedient, but never trust her. The day you turn 20, you will become the head of the Vesper factory. Although young, you will be able to rely on dresses and wise advisors. Always listen to Jack Winterstone. You already know him, and you will learn to appreciate how valuable a friend he can be. You will be free then, free from her. I need to sleep. If you ever are in doubt, play the piano. I will hear you. Yeah, let's not go there. She was in there. Yeah, she's there. But I also have a fucking bad idea of that room. Like, well, random door opens randomly. It doesn't give you like a, oh yeah, that's probably completely fine and you know, nothing to worry about. No. Doesn't really make me think that. Okay. Make a fast save. Since this area is slightly terrifying me. Slightly. It's a great city to visit, especially during New Year's or Mercy Cross. Mercy Cross. Huh. Like, what special is going on during it? Nice looking game. You like this style? Is it a Norse style mystery game or more of a ghost game? I'm not sure. Like, I think it's a Norse style of game with horror themes on it. But I'm not 100% sure since it's my first playthrough and I'm kinda lost at times. Also, hi Tranquil the cat, how are you today? Like the horror places? Yes. They are interesting indeed. Alright, slightly got trampled by that. The classes challenge is done, Queen. Thank you. I'll take them off in a bit. But yeah, thank you. And saving the progress. Alright. What was that place? Something was off.
This room was different. It was a dead space. A breach opened in the night.
Doing good so far? How are things for you today? Oh, happy to hear. They're not great, but they're not terrible. So.
Sadness.
Surviving little by little. I'm feeling already way better than at the morning.
Starting to be a bad habit.
That smells cigarettes and alcohol. A bar, a club maybe. The corrupt smell of illegality, poverty and solitude. Where are you? I was feeling this year and this year I had to go out as soon as possible. Alright. How do we trigger the next light? Okay, it just keeps saying that. Alright. Okay. So how do we even like manage to trigger the two first things? Okay. Sorry, mistyped that. You should have said Mardi Gras. Basically, a giant party the day before Ash Wednesday. Oh. Okay, now we play the piano.
Follow me.
Okay. Alrighty then. Newspapers mentioned her, the rising star of jazz who disappeared. Hi, Brave Guy, how are you today? Well, don't you look ravishing? Oh, thank you. How are you doing? Ah, better little by little. Haven't gotten much sleep last night. But yeah, doing better little by little. Okay, that is quite a suspicious. Okay, so it doesn't let me run straight in there. Okay, note to myself. Let's not run there then. Oh my goodness, the game is cruel. Just got off work, it's just winding down now. This game has a lot of sensitive vibes. Oh yeah, it does. I hope that your workday went well. Oh no, it forces me to do the holding from the beginning, okay.
This room was different. It was a dead space. A breach opened in the night. A world trying to mimic another. Memories, maybe. Suppressed memories. Sadness. Letting myself fall into a trap was starting to be a bad habit.
Max Payne feels sensitive too. Haven't played Max Payne yet.
Follow me.
I'm trying to follow you, don't leave me. Alright, let's read this again. Going off for a short time, see you in a... Okay, take your time. I just realized that you're the spawn of pure evil. Your dad used to be an investment banker on Wall Street, source of debt and financial housing crisis in the US, and used to be college president in the US. And your mom used to work in marketing.
Where are you?
I couldn't imagine her living in such a misery. She had fallen so low. Why in the... Yeah, why in the fucking earth indeed I would close that? Like, why? Just why? Just why? Do you have any Max Payne yet? I do not. I do not have any of them. William Vesper's Diary, Excerpt 4. October 4th, 1916. When the moon appears at night, the shadows stop shouting. So I watch it as much as I can. I feel warmth in my body. I talk to it so it would stay. When I stop watching, it's still here in front of my eyes for a while, as if it could stay in my mind. I believe that's the reason I love night more than day, even though the night is very dangerous because of the shadows. And because of Mother. If the moon could kill her, I might be saved, and the moon would take her place. I'm only 12 and I don't want to die like that, in the dark. What the fuck? Okay, so the writer is 12 and his mother is trying to kill him. Okay. There was a crucifix on the door on the other side of the stairs. If this was some attempt to ward off evil, it was clearly a failure. Ice Ventura cruises. The world keeps getting smaller and so are untouched lands. With Ice Ventura Crisis, the adventure where no one else has set foot. The Arctic is the adventure you dream of. It's icy, empty, and limitless landscapes. Its days and nights with no end will forever change the way you'll see the world. Will you dare to set the foot on eternal ice? Navigate the Baffin Bay, name a piece of Greenland after you, meet the Inuit in Nunavut? Ice Ventura Cruises will keep you warm and comfortable while you enjoy adventure of a lifetime. Why I have a feeling that, you know, that boat will sink. Wait, not will sink. Yeah, something like that. Finding the plant at the second floor was like having another fragment of the mystery setting in a place. Seated in a chair in front of a great mirror, Selene was waiting, facing her reflection as it was frozen between two worlds. I was the one to bring her back to reality. What was she waiting for? Was someone missing? Now you do. What? What? Damn you! Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. Well, turns out we will be still apparently streaming to Max Payne during this year. Seriously, thank you, I appreciate it a lot. Do they go under horror games, or are they like more of an action? Because I will be playing them. Just wondering. Don't fucking do that! Just wondering, like at like before or during the Spooktober. At least these empty bottles had been useful. Action. Okay, so after the Spooktober. Yeah, that is the book we already read. Wait. From that hole I could see only the moon. Could it be pure luck? Oh, I got achievement because I stared at the moon. Okay, great. Well, that's nice paintings. According to the marks on the floor, the bed was moved often. You remember Max Payne being amazing series? Okay. Is it made by the same makers who made Control and Alan Wake and such? A child had been trapped here for much too long. Oh dear lord. Yes, Remedy. Okay. I found a drawing of a kid. When was it drawn? But did you bark at the moon? I did not. Queen loves her achievements. Have you guys thought about it? Have you guys thought about it? If you are a werewolf and you turn from the moonlight to a werewolf, where does the moonlight comes from originally? It comes from the sunlight. So does it mean that during sunlight you can be werewolf as well? Same goes with the vampires. That, you know, if you will burn from the sunlight, what happens with the moonlight? It comes from the sun as well. Just wondering. I don't have the matches. Yes, but do you think the vampires are more about the UV rays and not the light itself? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, we might have a big issue here. Astronomy books, the moon, craters, seas, and myths. These are the important questions that the world needs answers to. Not an expert of one person, though. Yeah, I have a bad feeling. Since I don't have matches, for some reason they boop, disappeared, all of them. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Am I stuck? Okay. Quick, someone call Wesley Snipes or Ryan Reynolds. The tie of the painting was weak, maybe with another blow. Smack it! The painting was covering a spy hole. Things are getting murkier and murkier. I didn't see anything. These matches were covered with this ghostly residue. No use. He stole almost 12 matches from me. Fucking hell. The key was waiting in the shadows, waiting for me to get it. Damn it, key. And damn it, shadows. And damn everything. I thought we got the key. Selena Motionless Sentinel was expecting something from me. But what the fuck? Like... Okay, so we are missing something, right? Because we got the key. We got this. Maybe? Ah, okay, yeah. I'm feeling super smart right now. How nice and full of light. That's more cute. Always do. Oh. Margaret's Diary, Excerpt 14, September 15th, 1911. I found Henry arching on his bed, naked, grasping the sheets as if they were chains. When Sarah entered, she screamed, "He is possessed." I told her to wake up the servants and go look for Dr. Rosenthal. She was too happy to leave. I came close to Henry. In the darkness, his eyes looked like two balls of mercury. The eyes of his son. He had scars all over his chest, inflicted by his own nails. He grasped the sleeve of my gown and hissed, "There you are, Biscuit." He dragged me towards him, towards the obscene swell of his crutch. The past and the present were one, throwing a sinister bloody line to the future. He was lost. A wrecked man like my father. I was doomed. God had turned his back on me. Well, time to shower and go to work. You'll be back soon. Okay, I wish you a nice work day and enjoy the shower. Oh, so it really made me lose all the matches. Fucking hell. A huge quantity of blood. It made me feel sick. Ugh. Blood. Boop. If I would have known that they are gonna steal them, I would have not taken it. Boop. Picture. Was Selena living here, or was it just a madman's delusion? What is that? Super lighting. Toilet paper still waiting for its transfer to the toilets. It may have been Selena's lipstick, a sacred relic. The kind of a tool a woman always needs in front of a mirror. Hairbrush. Okay. This bottle of Fern's perfume was probably very expensive. Some sort of a goddess fertility. Okay. The label says cyanide, not your everyday perfume. That's a fancy perfume. Very fancy. Was I really the man in the mirror? I look like a dead man. Why do I keep closing the lights? What is wrong with me? The chair was blocking the door. No need to ask why. Nothing like the smell of a cyanide. Cleaning products covered with dust for the most part. Alright. So we got a new key, but it already was used for somewhere. Selena has disappeared from here. A wobbly wardrobe, probably home months and old. Wait! This mirror has seen better and weirder things. Hello, lady. Thanks for the look. Aloha Ferd. I proceeded.
What was her story? Her beauty, her light. They didn't match the sadness in her eyes. We were bound. She was trying to guide me, to draw me to her, like a dream which has to be dreamt just to be. She had helped me stay alive until now. This was more than enough to want her presence.
Oh, fucking hell. I thought that it just doesn't let me move anymore. Did she went into the wardrobe? Yep. A secret door! Nothing here surprised me anymore. I have a bad feeling about this. Like a really bad feeling. Margaret's Diary, Excerpt 8, August 7th, 1899. I was introduced today to the Vesper's son, the one who would become my husband and seal the alliance between our families. Their success in the textile industry was spectacular, but I felt no vigor in that man, Henry. His blood seems rather poor. He's not tall, and had his tailor not been so efficient, he would have no elegance, but our fortune is past, and we need these people to regain our influence. People only respect money now. Through this alliance, the Vesper will enjoy our contacts between the greatest and oldest families in Boston. Their business, marred by competition and politics, will flourish even more. In many ways, I can't avoid feeling superior to that man and his loyal dog eyes. His voice barely covered the whisper of the sea. The wedding will be celebrated in a couple of months. I'm not really excited, but if my flesh can be the torch of our resurrection, I gladly consent to this sacrifice. Yeah. Margaret was a bad memory, even for that house. Okay. Needed both of my hands. Yes, paintings reveal the true artistic talent. There is a skull on the table, nice. Margaret's Diary, Excerpt 10. It's April 2nd, 1906. William grows well. He has the pale skin and the weak health of his father. I watch carefully over him. He is very quick for a 2-year-old boy. I stimulate him with all sorts of tests and experiences to elevate his soul. Turner's paintings put him in a very strong state of excitement. Delights him. He likes things bitter strangely, and he looks intensely at the pictures of Jesus. I try reading inside him. I try to make sure this was all worth it. Will he be strong enough to be one of the pillars of this world? God, give me the faith to fight all these doubts. This morning I saw in his eyes a glimpse of light which reminded me of my father. His eyes, like 2 pits of darkness, are too deep. I won't like it. They scrutinize your soul, looking for a breach. I seized his arm to make him stop, and then I saw Henry, watching me from the doorstep. He keeps me under watch every time I am with the kid. Wait, so what if the lady actually weren't, you know, evil or anything like that? That it was more about that, you know, everyone kinda made her look like that. Okay. Excerpt 9, March 6th, 1904. Dr. Rosenthal confirmed it. I'm pregnant. Sorry that poor rookie, who reads more lines in the hands than in books, believes it will be a girl. Yet something is bothering me. I experience fatigue and nausea, of course, but I feel worried because of this mass growing inside me, like a star about to collapse. It will be a boy, I know it. His ego is waiting on my entrails. Maybe. I had a number of nightmares in which father came back haunting me. In one of them, I was laying naked on a pile of black ashes, the ashes of my ancestors. I couldn't move while father. What? Father, his mouth glued to my belly, was whispering words which burned my skin. And then he raised his head and told me he will be mad, even crazier than I was. And then he plunged his head into my stomach. And when he raised his head again, he had the child in his maw, the maw of a wolf. His jaws went snapped with awful sound. I woke up, the yell of the baby resonating in my own. This boy will be born under the steel star of the Winter Cross, or seal. I will heal him whatever he brings into this world. Okay. Well, that's interesting, I would say. Very interesting.